This video on the left cost me $50 to pay a freelancer to make in 2020. It looks like complete trash, I know, trust me. But the crazy thing is, over the last 5 years, this video has made me over 18,000 US dollars. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 strategies and principles which made this video and channel successful, and how you can use them if you're trying to grow on YouTube today and you have absolutely no budget to make videos. In order for your videos to actually be clicked on by potential viewers, you need to understand the problem that the video is trying to solve. To demonstrate how this works, let's move away from YouTube Kids for a second and talk about the health and wellness niche. Specifically, these 2 channels. This channel on the left, Health365, has only posted 16 videos this year, and 2 went massively viral, and have rocketed past this much older channel on the right, called Health and Longevity. In principle, these 2 channels are trying to do the same thing, make health and wellness content for the elderly. But the key differentiator is Health and Longevity is failing now because they don't understand how old people think and what their problem actually is. You can tell this by their titling and thumbnails. They're marketing their videos as get insanely jacked or insanely skinny, but people who are in their 60s to 80s don't care about that anymore. That's a young man's game. Instead, what they're looking for is what you see on the left here, which is what 365 is selling. Solutions to prevent medical problems that occur with old age. In this case, leg cramps, which if you know anyone over the age of 70 is extremely common and a real pain to deal with. Because of that, elderly people see this video and click on it because it's addressing the problem they have directly. There's 2 other reasons Health and Longevity is losing here too. Firstly, the titles are really vague and repetitive, like Secrets of Youth and Beauty, or Here are my nutrition and workout secrets. These are just generic promises and they don't specify what the issue is, so it doesn't command the potential viewer scrolling through YouTube to actually click on the video. Secondly, they're rehashing their initial viral video concept, which was to surprise you with how fit an elderly person was. When a video like that goes viral, typically it hits a wide range of audiences, and young people watch it because they're curious. The problem is, those same young people, aka people under the age of 50, are not going to watch 100 videos like that because it's not actually useful to them. They only watch 1 or 2 out of curiosity. Therefore, the long-term target audience for this channel needs to be the elderly, which means you need to change your marketing style for that core audience in future videos. Otherwise, you end up with this situation where you're scrounging for a couple of thousand views. This brings me to my next strategy and principle, which is if you can't beat them, don't compete. And to accept that there is almost always a better way to make and market videos than you are currently doing, and to adapt them for more growth, which if you want me to personally help you with, check out the links to my School Squad and one-to-one YouTube consulting down below. When I started Little Peach in 2020, the only other sensory channel made fancy, high-contrast 3D animations for babies, and I thought, that's fun and quirky, I wish I could do that because there's loads of room for channels in this niche. But I had a very small budget since I'd only grown one other channel at that point, which was just about paying my rent because I'd just moved to London. But if babies enjoyed high-contrast 3D animations, I didn't see any reason why they wouldn't also enjoy high-contrast 2D animations, which would be several times cheaper to pay someone to make. This would distinguish my content from the existing channel in the niche, giving my videos a different feel and aesthetic but targeting the same audience. My point here is you can't beat the best person in the game. They have all the advantages, like more money, YouTube algorithm favoritism, branding, knowledge, and everything else. Your golden ticket is in carving out a subsection of that audience's interest or doing a spin-off of sorts from the main area of interest the niche's videos cover. This way you don't directly compete but are still hitting the same audience. Whilst you're avoiding the competition, you also need to be adaptive. Initially on Little Peach, I was posting very flat-looking, generic 2D shapes with slow and sleepy music, which got me a couple thousand views in the early days after uploading them, and helped me find a subsection of the sensory audience. However, I had a feeling something brighter with more movement would capture a bigger audience. This was validated by the fact that the other channel in the niche already had more lively 3D videos, and most content on YouTube Kids is 3D and energizing for babies and toddlers, not putting them to sleep. If you don't have this instinct about the niche you're in from watching a video, that's fine. Instead, scrub through the YouTube timeline on videos as it highlights peaks and troughs to you. Your job is to determine why on both your videos and your competitors' videos these spikes occur. Firstly, there might be an in-video sponsor spot which everyone is skipping to the end of, so now you know what kind of sponsor integrations don't work well, which is good reference for when you start getting sponsor deals in the future. Or secondly, the video has timestamps to those particular peaks, and one of those timestamps stands out to your audience and is what they're most interested in. This is good to know, but make sure you're putting those timestamps in the first half of your video, because if you don't, you're instantly cutting the watch time in half for those viewers. Or thirdly, the best scenario is viewers have organically identified the best part of the video and keep going back to it. In my case with Little Peach, viewers typically revisit the song or character they find the most enjoyable, which means I can try and get similar songs and characters into future videos, which will increase my watch time. So I just had to find a style of 2D video that also felt lively and exciting like the most expensive 3D videos the other channel was making. I opted for this look, which was a modest visual change and then later pivoted to a more extreme change when compared to the original content type. But the key difference was the music also shifted to being goofy, upbeat, and very childish. The first video I did on this exploded in popularity and today has made over $16,000. But the key to getting there was doubling down on this new video style and accepting the old one was limited. You'll also notice that I changed the titles of my videos too because you need to align the titling and actual content in order to match the viewer's expectations. Don't get attached to one titling structure just because your old videos had it and it kind of worked for them. Once those videos start performing, it's time to slow down. It's really tempting when you see that viewer chart growing and those revenue numbers flowing to think, I need to make more videos. Speed, fast, quick, let's go. But not only is quality over quantity very important in the long term for growth, you need to stop and map out every different video topic that you can cover over an extended period of time, and exactly which viewers are giving you the best analytics data so you can make the most videos that satisfy the most people. I see a lot of YouTubers doing polls or tweets asking their audiences what videos they should make, but you cannot trust these responses. It does not reflect the majority of your audience. It only shows the opinion of a loud minority, and 9 times out of 10, they will tell you they want you to keep making whatever style of video you have made so far. You need to realize that most views come from a broader audience, aka new viewers, with varying interests, and if you go onto each video's individual analytics and look at the reach tab and then into content suggesting this video section, you'll see more clearly which kinds of videos your viewers are interested in the most. Now you might be thinking, why would I look there when the audience tab literally tells me what other videos my viewers are watching? Well, whilst that's true, it does not give you any data on those videos' performance relative to your own. So all you know is an unknown number of your viewers also watch that video for an unknown amount of time. Suddenly it doesn't sound very helpful when I phrase it that way, does it? After months of posting videos and growing your channel successfully, now it's time to start competing and maximize your opportunity. Hopefully now you have some money saved up and you've become more skilled at making YouTube videos. So it's time to take a big swing at the more popular content formats that larger creators use. This should not feel like a hard pivot away from the content that you're already making, but a natural progression and perhaps a pleasant surprise for your audience. If it feels like you're forcing this change or like a U-turn, you will meet a lot of resistance in the form of negative comments, dislikes, and really bad viewer retention in the first 30 seconds of your video. So, in order to avoid alienating your audience, pivot slowly. Maybe 1 in every 4 or 5 of your videos is in the new popular format, and over the course of a few months you can determine whether or not that style works for you and your audience. If you want me to personally help you grow your YouTube channel, check out the links in the description.